Welcome to the de Havilland Aircraft Museum. Many visitors to the museum go past this particular aircraft without giving it much of a second thought. After all, it's just another executive jet, isn't it? And we've all seen them in Hollywood films with superstars stepping out pretending to be rich executives. But actually, this is a hugely significant aircraft. It's not just an executive jet, it's one of the most successful executive jets ever, of which 1,600 were built. This is the HS-125, or as de Havilland originally called it, the DH-125, or as some people would prefer to remember it as, this is the Jet Dragon. And this video is the story of a pioneering executive jet. In 1961, de Havilland started design work on a replacement for the famous Dove. They realised that this needed to be an economical aircraft and it needed a range of about 1,000 miles, about 1,600 kilometres. In order to achieve that, they needed to do a significant design change. They needed to build a jet aircraft. So why was the aircraft called the Jet Dragon? Well, the name reflects the use of the Dragon name, which originated back in the 1930s. De Havilland were aware that aviation was expanding and bigger aircraft were needed. And they resolved this challenge by introducing the DH-84 Dragon. This was later followed by the DH-89, the Dragon Rapide, like the one we have here at the museum. So you can see why the Dragon name was perpetuated. In 1960, Hawker Siddeley had already taken over de Havilland's, but nevertheless this was still a de Havilland project, so it was given a DH designation, DH-125, and of course they kept the name Jet Dragon. So when production started, though, Hawker Siddeley changed the name to HS-125, although in America it was still occasionally known as the DH-125. In 1977, Hawker Siddeley themselves merged with British Aircraft Corporation in order to create British Aerospace, and the aircraft was then renamed the BAE 125. In 1993, Raytheon purchased British Aerospace's business jet division, and the aircraft were designated the Hawker 800 and the Hawker 1000. So I doubt if any aircraft has gone through as many name changes as this. But despite its frequent change of name, production continued, and it was in production for more than 50 years. Over 1,600 of these aircraft were built. So the HS-125 entered production as one of the very first of the now familiar range of executive jets. And it proved a very popular export. At least 10 other countries purchased examples of this aircraft. It was used by companies, used by governments, by individuals, and also used by the military. So popular was it that at one time it was reported that a new aircraft was being sold every 7 working days. But the type didn't finish there. As competitors came on the market, like the Gulfstream and the Falcon, the HS-125 was refined with new models, new equipment to meet the demands of this new market. So despite being absorbed into Hawker Siddeley, later on British Aerospace, and eventually being sold to Raytheon, production of the 125 continued right up until the year 2000. According to Flying Magazine, this was the longest in production executive jet ever. And it's a tribute to the engineering work of the original de Havilland engineers back in 1960 who designed the famous Jet Dragon. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, please like and subscribe. Please check out our website for visiting hours and come along and see this particular aircraft. This is the last aircraft to have the famous DH designation. This was the Jet Dragon.